Don't worry, you have come to the right channel. Hello and welcome my friends to my YouTube channel, Philippospan. Weekly tips and tricks on how to work with Microsoft Office applications. Today's video will be about Microsoft Word.
How to insert a footnote in a Microsoft Word document. Footnotes are notes that are located at the bottom of the page of our document. They mention references or comments on a part of a text above. The footnotes are indicated by superscript numbers located next to the text and at the end of the current page of the document. We usually use them as a form of citation or as a provider for additional information. Stay tuned to find out how to insert a footnote in a Microsoft Word document. Before we select the command Insert Footnote, we must locate our cursor next to the text that we want to insert our footnote. For example, here. Then we select the Reference tab and locate the area of the ribbon named Footnotes. If we hover over the command Insert Footnote, we are notified with the following. Insert footnote. Add a note at the bottom of the page providing more info about something in your document. Once we select the Insert Footnote command, a superscript number will appear and will be placed next to the text that we want to type in immediately. We are transferred at the bottom of the page where the footnotes appears, and we just type in the explanatory information. Next to the superscript number that indicates the footnote at the end of the page, we must type in the information as mentioned. If we hover over the superscript number in our document, as shown, as you can see here, we'll be able to see what we typed in the footnote hovering on top of it in our document. If we insert another footnote in the current page, let's go here, Insert Footnote, the numbering changes, and we have 1, 2. Let's type in something again that has to do with the text that we chose in the document. And once again, it is at the end of the current document. If we hover over the superscript number in our document, we can see again the footnote text that we typed in. We can move in between footnotes in our document by using the command Next Footnote. As shown here, next footnote, previous footnote, next endnote, previous endnote, I will explain in another video. Next footnote, jump to the next footnote. Jump to the next footnote, jump to the previous footnote. And we can see the cursor moving up and down. If we want to modify the format of the numbers of the footnote or the location of the footnotes, we must select once again the Reference tab, and at the bottom corner of the area of footnotes we can see an arrow here. We select the command, and here the footnote and endnote dialog box appears. Location, the footnotes. Once I'm describing about footnotes location, we can change the location below text or bottom of page. Footnote layout, match section layout, 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column. Format, we can format the number of the footnotes. 1, 2, 3, ABC small, ABC capital, and Latin characters. Custom mark, start at, we can change where the footnote, the numbering of the footnote is gonna start from. Numbering continues, restart each section, restart each page, and apply changes to this section or the whole document. Whatever changes we make in the footnote and endnote dialog box, we just press the apply button for the modification to take place. In this case, I'm going to press cancel and the 2 footnotes in our document. As mentioned, we usually use footnotes as a form of citation or as a provider for additional information.
Thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed what you saw in this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free and let me know by heading down to the comment section.